real talk lang po. Kasi eto nga, nandito tayo na galit lahat ng tao. Parang linoloko naman tayo nito. Gusto kong malaman, real talk konti ha. Ilan ba talaga at alin ba yung mga project na dumaan na sa early procurement sa panahong ito? Yung tamang projection lang kasi nag-expect ng tao, dadagdagan, papabalik mo. Pagkatapos, madidili rin pala. Ano naman ang bisa nun? Para kay pa. Tama naman yung mga nag-text po sa atin na lokohan na lamang to. Hindi po ako abogado ng Public Works. Dapat tanggalin na lang ninyo lahat. Kasi pinapadagdagan mo yung budget, tapos yung mga mag-i-implement, wala kang tiwala. Ano naman kami? Susunod sa iyo na kayo mismo walang tiwala sa isa't isa? Secretary Vince, hindi kita pinahihinto sa trabaho mo. Pinamamadali nga namin. Ikaw ang humihinto sa trabaho namin dito sa BICAM at papalit-palit ka ng sinasabi.
Hindi po ako papalit-palit ng sinasabi, Madam Chair. Ako po, iulitin ko, nagpunta lang po ako dito.
None from our side, Senator
Senator Amy?
Okay, thank you very much. Very simple question. Real talk lang po. Kasi eto nga, nandito tayo na galit lahat ng tao. Parang linoloko naman tayo nito. Kayo nagpakaltas, ipapabalik muli. Ano ba, sa loob ng 2 buwan, ipapakaltas ba ulit? Gusto kong malaman, real talk konti ha. Ilan ba talaga at alin ba yung mga project na dumaan na sa early procurement sa panahong ito? Ilan ba talaga? Meron ba na mga projects na pinag-uusapan na nasa loob ng NEP sa budget ng Pangulo, nag-undergo na ng early procurement? Meron na ba? Kasi ang balita, takot lahat. Totoo bang meron o hindi?
Wala pa pong dumadaan sa early procurement dahil po hindi pa klaro kung ano yung mga proyekto talagang mapapasa. Wala pa po.
Siguradong sigurado kayo, wala ni isa, zero.
Opo.
So wala tayong pinag-uusapan, tama po ba? Sa ngayon.
Sa ngayon po, wala pa po.
So ang ibig sabihin niyan, dati-rati talagang hinahabol yung early procurement ng October para hindi ma-delay ang project kasi aabutan talaga ng tag-ulan, hindi po ba?
Tama po yun.
O kung ganon, mag-a-adjust ka ng lahat ng ABC, sigurado na madidelay.
Totoo po yan, Madam Chair.
So ang hinaharap natin talagang madidelay.
Opo, dahil po na-delay ang early procurement, marami pong mga proyekto for 2026 na madidelay. Sigurado
So ang
po yun.
hinaharap natin talagang malungkot ang first and second and even third quarter aabutin ng ulan. Yung tamang projection lang kasi nag-expect ng tao, dadagdagan, papabalik mo. Pagkatapos madidelay rin pala. Ano naman ang bisa nun? Para kay pa.
Ang bisa po noon, matutuloy pa rin po yung mga proyekto, Madam Chair. Madidelay lang nga po dahil extraordinaryo po itong panahon natin, Madam Chair. At tingin ko po, prudent din po, tama din po, na hindi muna magsimula ng early procurement. Dahil unang-una, hindi pa po sigurado kung ano ang mga project na papasa ng Kongreso. At ikalawa, dahil nga po nagbaba tayo ng presyo ng materyales ngayong fourth quarter.
Ganun pala, wala pala tayong pinag-usapan at talaga naman haharapin natin 3 quarters worth of delay. Tama naman yung mga nag-text po sa atin na lokohan na lamang to. I truly resent the fact that the BICAM is being hostaged by the Secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways. At kung tunay na wala kayong tiwala sa sino mang district engineer, hindi po ako abogado ng Public Works, dapat tanggalin na lang ninyo lahat kasi pinapadagdagan mo yung budget tapos yung mga mag-i-implement, wala kang tiwala. Ano naman kami? Susunod sa iyo na kayo mismo walang tiwala sa isa't isa? Tama ba yun? Yun lang po.
Salamat po if I may just respond to that po, ma'am. Unang-una po, hindi po pwedeng huminto ang trabaho sa DPWH. Napaka-importante po ng ginagawa ng DPWH. Habang linilinis natin ayon sa utos ng Pangulo, ang departamento, hindi po pwedeng huminto. Nakita na po natin ang epekto sa ekonomiya nitong nakaraang third and fourth quarter. So we are doing the best we can given the current situation, Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator.
Yes, Secretary Vince, hindi kita pinahihinto sa trabaho mo. Pinamamadali nga namin. Ikaw ang humihinto sa trabaho namin dito sa BICAM at papalit-palit ka ng sinasabi. Yun ang problema.
Hindi po ako papalit-palit ng sinasabi, Madam Chair. Ako po, iulitin ko, nagpunta lang po ako dito para ibahagi sa bicameral conference yung nakikita po naming epekto nung pagpasa ng third reading version ng Senado. Yun lang po. Ngayon, nasa Senado na po yan at nasa bicameral conference, nasa Kongreso, kung paano po magpo-proceed dito. At yun naman po, syempre, tatanggapin lang naman po ng ehekutibo kung ano man po yung decision na yan. Maraming salamat po.
Senator Pia?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Secretary Vince. So I was monitoring the discussion of our colleagues earlier, and my desire is not to have to repeat myself. So bear with me if may konting overlap, but I'm trying to choose questions which I feel hindi pa masyadong natanong or hindi na bigyan ng sapat na panahon as far as as much clarity that I would like to get out of it. So bear with me, hindi ako engineer, abogado ako, pero pinipilit kong intindihin kasi kahapon inamin ko na hindi ko po masyado maintindihan yung sulat nyo, and that's just because I don't know the terminology, I don't understand exactly what, in fact, I have not seen a copy of here's the statement. I have not seen the copy of the construction material price data. Do we have a copy of that? We do. Okay. So, but I was just saying, at the time I saw this statement, wala namang naka-attach, so hindi ko alam yon. But on that note, some basic questions that will help me understand the issues that we face, and hopefully yung mga nanonood din sa atin, mabigyan din sila ng liwanag. So, one of the major concerns that you raised, Secretary Dizon, at ang pagkakaintindi ko is the economic effect of any reduction in our investment in infrastructure. Tama po ba? Do I understand it correctly?
Yes, if some of the projects po are rendered unimplementable
Yeah.
because of the wrong application of the adjustments to the prices of materials, then this will have severe impacts on not only the macroeconomy but also the local communities.
Yes. And in fact, kahapon, when we were also discussing yesterday when we were discussing the farm to market roads, all of us here, and when I took the floor, I really expressed my full support for countrywide development, especially in the far-flung areas. Sabi ko nga, nakakarating ako doon. Ano ba? Yeah, thank you. Sabi ko, yung ibang lugar doon na nakarating na ako by bike or hiking kasi nga wala talagang kalye, no? So, alam natin na these farm-to-market roads are important, but at the same time, and not only is it important for the access of the locals, but there's also work opportunities that are given. And I have, as chairman of the Senate Committee on Sustainable Development Goals, Innovation, Futures Thinking, binanggit ko yung ibang SDG, pero babanggitin ko ngayon, SDG 8 is decent work. And construction work is decent work. So we have to support that, no? Yung trabaho para sa mga kababayan natin. I don't know because I tried to look it up on my own and I couldn't find an answer to this question. So I will ask you, Mr. Secretary, can you give me a ratio of construction workers to the price of a construction project? And I know the answer to that will vary on the project. Mas komplikado siguro yung bridge na tumatawid sa dagat compared sa kalye. So if that's technical, I'll just give examples and then you can just correct me with the actual numbers, no? So I can continue speaking. So again, I don't think there's an exact ratio because it depends on the project. But for example, if we said that there is 10 construction workers for every 1 million project, then that means there would be 100 construction workers for a 10 million project, or there would be 1,000 workers for a 100 million project, assuming my ratio is correct. And my numbers are very basic, so madali naman pong sundan yan, okay? So for every 100 peso, 100 million peso project, there will be 100 workers, 1,000 workers. So, nung nagkaroon po tayo ng ghost projects na worth 100 million pesos, pwede kong i-argue na 1,000 construction workers ang nawalan ng trabaho dahil nga may ghost project. So, let the record show that the Secretary answered yes kasi hindi naka-on yung mic. Yes.
Tama po,
Tama.
Madam
So,
Chair.
during the ghost project era, for every 100 million pesos, and again, this is just a estimate, I'm saying 1,000 construction workers, hindi na nga nakapagtrabaho, ninakawan pa sila ng sweldo. 'Di ba? I mean, how bad is that? So that is the situation we have. And Mr. Secretary, how many ghost projects have you confirmed and how many do you suspect are still out there? Whatever numbers you have that you can share with us.
Right now, Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, our numbers are still, for flood control, our validation is still ongoing. But for Bulacan alone, we have already discovered roughly about 15 ghost projects in Bulacan alone.
Are these the ghost projects that were roughly close to 100 million, like a little bit less, around that price? Or?
Most of them po are within that range, between 100
so
to
using my
140 million.
guesstimate of 1,000 workers for every 100 million peso project times 15, that's 15,000 workers that never got a job and ninakaw pa yung sweldo nila.
That is correct.
Correct.
Madam
Okay.
Chair.
So that is our situation that you discovered. Kumbaga, nadiskubre mo na yan, wala ka namang kinalaman dyan, nadiskubre mo yan, at marami pa sigurong iba dahil we know that you are investigating other regions, di ba? May mga narinig na rin tayong mga ibang probinsya. So we know that for a fact that that is ongoing. So, this is the next point I'm going to bring up. So, when we in the Senate, and for that matter, I'm sure our colleagues in the House did the same, review the budget of DPWH, and the amount is 600 plus billion, no? 670 billion, is that correct? That is the amount that I recall. And then the Secretary had requested, sabi ni Presidente, babaan nyo yung budget, and then the Secretary informed the Senate, babaan nyo ng 50-something million. Tama? 53? Tama ba, Mr. Chairman? Yung ano yung binawas natin? 53 billion. Parang 53 sa magic number. Yun din yung sa PhilHealth na NEP na kulang tayo ng 16 billion. Just to say, okay, kung mga may numerologists dyan, 53. Okay, 53 billion yung, ha? Natandaan ko lang. 53 million yung natanggal sa Senate version. And that was based on the recommendation that the DPWH gave us, correct?
Sorry, no. Let me clarify. In the committee hearings, I was asked a question, Madam Senator. If the DPWH cannot bring down the price of materials, will you agree to a 25% across the board cut? And my answer during that hearing was yes. However, we were able, based on the directive of the President, to reduce the prices of materials as far as cement, steel,
But
etc.
that's later.
That's
No, okay.
later,
So
yes.
let me just go chronologically.
So the 53 billion, I just need to correct it, Madam Senator, did not come from DPWH.
Okay. But the Senate used the input that the Secretary provided and came up with the 53 billion. So sa Senado na yan, no? We came up with that number.
Yes, which I tried to clarify in today's,
Correct.
in the presentation today. Thank you very much.
Pero I also listened to the interventions of my colleagues. So I won't go into that detail. Basta 53 billion based on the understanding of the Senate on the instructions given and our desire to reduce the cost because there were a lot of overpricing as far as we understood it to be, also based on the President's directive and His Honor's explanation to us. So having said that, may 53 billion tayo ngayong binawas. And the argument before us now, as you are presenting it, is pag ito yung na-adapt, that the DPWH is less 53 billion, baka may mga projects na hindi matapos ng maayos, and that is the first statement you made when I took the floor, na yun yung concern nyo na ma-affect yung economic development natin, because there may be some project, maybe not all, but there may be some projects na dahil sa smaller budget na binigay, hindi matapos. Tama ho yun, di ba?
Tama
Yung
po.
pagkasabi nyo. Okay. Pero Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, yung work ko personally as Vice Chairman of the Committee on Finance for the past 7 years only touches on constructions to the extent that I chair the Committee on Education, and so I'm very familiar with the failure of DPWH to build enough classrooms. Very, very familiar. I can present to you for the last 7 years what I'm presenting every year na from the start of the President's presidency, kung ganito kalaki yung pinasok sana na pondo within the President's term in 6 years, wala na tayong classroom wala na tayong classroom deficiency, but of course no one listened to my suggestions. So I'm familiar with that. I'm also familiar with the construction of state universities and colleges. Congressman Rufus, I'm a big supporter of our state university, USTP in Cagayan de Oro, and many others all over. 6 years kong hinawakan yun, at kaya ko lang hindi hawak ngayon dahil kinuha sa akin ng chairman. I will always say that because he does a great job. Magkasundo naman kami dito, but that's the reason why I'm not handling it now. So, may konting alam naman ako kahit na from the eyes lang of a lawyer who's handling the budget. And so, let's just say kinapush yung projects. I don't know, maybe His Honor said there are 10,000 projects. Maybe let's say kinapush ang 10% nun or 5% nun, whatever that number is. Diba may phase 2 naman? Pwede naman ituloy? I mean, ikamamatay ba natin? Because the people will still be employed. They will still, bibilin pa rin yung bakal na mas mamura yung presyo, bibilin pa rin yung semento na mas totoo na yung presyo, i-hired pa rin naman yung construction worker. Ay, kaya lang yung nabigay kasi nyo sa Senado, ang kukulit nyo kasi, gusto nyo mag-ingat, ang binigay nyo medyo kapos, di ituloy sa susunod na taon, ikamamatay ba natin yun? Perishable ba yun? Yun lang naman ang tanong ko, because I have encountered this issue so many times, because pag humingi ako ng budget para dun sa construction ng State University dormitories, by the way, that is my passion, sa mga colleagues, sa mga lugar nyo, sabihin nyo sa akin kung meron tayong matutulungan dyan sa susunod. It's my passion. Pag kinulang, di next phase 2. Pag kinulang, di may phase 3. So, yun lang naman yung sa akin. And after I get an answer from the Secretary, I'll tell you why I'm exploring this option because of the next point I'm going to make.
Just to, I think, simplify the answer to this question, Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, I think the concern is, kapag po, halimbawa, no, yung proyektong pinakita natin kanina sa Region 4B, that was in Romblon, no, by the way, kung ganun po kalaki yung cut doon, no, 68 versus I think yung tama dapat na cut na 37% instead of 68. So kalahati. Wala pong magbibid doon sa proyektong yun.